We had been told by White House officials that absolutely this was a private meeting. We wouldn't even be getting a piece of paper describing how the meeting went. But to the surprise of everyone in the press corps, on a moment's notice, everything changed.
I thought it was a slow news day, so I'd bring the other guy in.
After more than an hour in the Oval Office, the current and former presidents made a surprise visit to the briefing room.
Given the fact that he presided over as good an economy as we've seen in our lifetimes, that it might be useful for him to share some of his thoughts.
The president spoke for barely a minute, doing little more than introducing the former president, then turned it over to Mr. Clinton to defend the president's tax deal with Republicans.
The agreement taken as a whole is, I believe, the best bipartisan agreement we can reach to help the largest number of Americans and to maximize the chances that the economic recovery will accelerate and create more jobs.
Then the president stunned everyone by announcing he was leaving for a holiday party.
Here's what I'll say is I've been keeping the First Lady waiting for about half an hour, so I'm going to take off.
But, I don't want to make her mad. Please go.
You're in good hands, and Gibbs will call last question.
Yeah, help me. Thank you.
That left the former president to do the talking, and talk he did for more than half an hour in all. He explained at length why he thinks a compromise on taxes was necessary.
Look, if we had 5% growth and unemployment was dropping like a rock, maybe you could have a so-called Mexican standoff and you could say, it'll be you, not me. The voters will hold responsible for raising taxes on middle-class people if they all go down, next year. That is not the circumstance we face.
And he argued that the private sector is sitting on enough money to save the economy.
The money is there to get this country out of this mess. $2 trillion in the bank is $20 trillion in loans. Ask them to be honest with us about what would it take to get you back in the investment business.
As the president requested, Press Secretary Robert Gibbs called last question repeatedly. But Mr. Clinton was back in his White House groove and ignored Gibbs, calling on reporters again and again and again. He opined on the state of the economy.
The United States has suffered a severe financial collapse. These things take longer to get over than normal recessions.
He praised bipartisanship.
And I think it is enormous relief for America to think that both parties might vote for something, anything that they could both agree on.
And he recalled how much he liked being president.
Oh, I had quite a good time governing. I am happy to be here, I suppose, when the bullets that are fired are unlikely to hit me, unless they're just ricocheting.
And the House and the Senate are expected to vote on the tax package next week, Katie, so we'll see if this had the intended effect.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because I know CBS Radio White House correspondent Mark Knoller, Chip, he's the unofficial White House historian. He tells us this is the first time Bill Clinton has been in the briefing room since he was president. So do you think he did change any minds? Is it too soon to tell?
Well, we tried to find that out, Katie. We called a whole bunch of offices on Capitol Hill and talked to advisors, and virtually all of them said, well, my boss is traveling, he didn't get to see it, which makes you wonder why this extraordinary event was buried on a Friday evening.
I'm sure they'll be hearing about it this weekend, though. Chip Reid at the White House. Chip, thank you.